Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday episode of Full Metal Classic. I am your host, Cameron, the conductor Holzman, and I've got a panel of five guys here to play some trivia. Let's get to some introductions. First, we have on my I always mess this up. I never know which way to point. In that way, we have Mr. Malcolm. Malcolm, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I came so close to winning last time. I don't think it's going to happen today.
We'll see what happens. You never know. Next to him, we have the other Jake M. Jake, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Little tired, but last time I was in Classic, I lost to somebody who played for the singles title, and I lost by 3 points in sudden death, 3 percentage points. So I'm looking to bounce back today, and I'm ready to try to live up to my name. We'll see.
Absolutely. And then right beneath me, we have Mr. Joseph, the algorithm Olivas, one half of our Full Metal Teams champions. Joseph, how you doing?
Good so far.
Next to him, we have Mr. Caleb, the king, also known as Sonic the Hedgehog Coho. Caleb, how you doing?
I don't know why Malcolm's here. He's here to guarantee the four of us make it around two. Joseph, I hope your internet works today. And the other two, I don't know your names, which means you're not worth knowing. So,
Coho, their names are literally on the screen.
The end.
Don't care.
And last but not least, we have Anthony. Anthony, how you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. So no one ever asks how the host is doing. So
How are you doing?
no, it's too late for that now. You don't get to do it after I point it out. I don't need your pity. All right, we are gonna get with that. We are gonna get into round number one. Round number one is gonna work like this. We're gonna have 8 questions in 8 different categories. Sometimes those categories overlap. Too bad. Fight me. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't. At the end of those 8 questions, whoever has the lowest score will get eliminated. If there's a tie, we'll do a tiebreaker, and we will burn that bridge when we get to it. Any questions from you guys before we start?
Nope.
None whatsoever.
And just a reminder to please keep both hands on screen. And your first question comes, as always, in the category of animated films. What is the real name of the animated movie character also known as the Pumpkin King? I'm a big fan of this movie. Don't want to say too much without giving it away. This is my best friend's one of her favorite movies of all time.
It's obviously Michael Fassbender's Macbeth.
4, great movie. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joseph, pens down. And we'll start with Malcolm
Jack Skellington.
and Jake
I also said Jack Skellington.
and Joseph
Wrong character.
and Coho
Jack Skellington.
and Anthony.
Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington is the correct answer. Nightmare Before Christmas. Not
Yikes. Listen, we have a match next Wednesday. You cannot be doing that.
Code that matches this Wednesday.
You're right.
Yeah, no, that. Oh, and I love that movie's in my top 100 too. That makes me feel real bad. All right, your second question in the category of scores and soundtracks. John Carpenter composed the score for all but 3 of the films he directed. Name one of those 3. Good old John Carpenter. He's a filmmaker and I would assume also builds tables or ornate clocks. Get it? Because his name's Carpenter. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jake
They Live.
and Joseph
The Thing.
and Coho
Big Trouble in Little China.
and Anthony
I also went with They Live.
and Malcolm.
I also read with The Thing.
The Thing is correct. The other 2 answers you could have had are Starman and The Ward.
I literally had the thing and
I
erased it.
thought the word. I was gonna put that.
Oh,
God, he didn't do the thing.
Joseph, you there? Joseph's frozen.
So Joseph got it. Who else got it?
Malcolm
did, right?
Joseph
Yeah.
got it, Malcolm got it, and
You guys can hear me?
That's it. Because the other two had They Live, and I had Big Trouble. So.
yes. Okay, there we go. Joseph's back. All right, your third question comes in the category of horror. Henry Spencer is a disturbed man dealing with the birth of his mutant child in what 1977 film? I have a friend who's like, hey, you do movie trivia? How much do you know about horror movies? And I'm like, barely anything. I don't like horror movies. And then we were doing trivia quizzes against her, and I was still winning, despite the fact that she loves horror and I don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joseph.
Eraserhead?
Coho.
I said The Omen.
Anthony.
I also said The Omen.
Malcolm.
Didn't have it.
And Jake.
It is Eraserhead.
It is Eraserhead. Your fourth question in the first round comes in the category of comedy. Thank you, Malcolm. What 2008 dark comedy features the tagline, shoot first, sightsee later? I have seen this.
Once you
film.
said dark comedy 2008, for some reason this popped in my mind first, and then you said those first words in the tagline. I'm like, yep, this one.
There's only so many dark comedies from 2008. 5, 4. For all I know, there's only 1. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we will start with Coho.
In Bruges.
That is correct. Anthony.
Idiot.
No, Malcolm. Sorry.
In Bruges.
Jake.
I blew it. Not even the right year. I said shoot 'em up.
And Joseph
In Bruges.
is the correct answer. What's the other dark comedy from 2008?
Burn After Reading.
Eh.
It's Coen Brothers. Everything Coen Brothers makes is dark comedy.
Oh, Brother Where Art, that was not a dark comedy. But anyways, category is drama. The film quiz show focuses on what game show?
I've seen this movie too.
I'll give you a hint. It is not The Price is Right. Nor is it the Candy Crush one hosted by Mario Lopez. 5, 4.
Repeat the
That's a
question.
real game show. 3. That is Malcolm's first repeat. If I can get that off my board. There we go. The film quiz show focuses on what game show?
This movie's dope.
Which was nominated for Best Picture
As it
and
should
what
have
many
been.
would say is the best year for movies ever.
Should have been on there for Best Picture.
It's not, but it's very
Quiz
good.
show was.
I know. I'm saying it deserved it to be nominated.
You're like, it should have been. I'm like, you're in luck. It was fine.
No, it deserved to be nominated. That's what I mean.
3,
It deserved it.
2. Well, that's such an odd way to phrase it. Anthony,
21.
Malcolm,
Jeopardy.
Jake,
Press your luck.
Joseph,
I also said Jeopardy.
and Coho.
The Ultimate Quiz.
Anthony is the only one to get it correct. The answer is 21. Fun fact, I qualified for Teen Jeopardy as a kid in my senior year of high school. Made it to the third round of testing and then couldn't because I would have had to fly to Chicago, and it was during finals. Unless my dreams were dashed. Your next question after that anecdote comes in the category of movie quotes. The good old Karen Holzman quotes question. What movie's title completes the following quote? So basically, I'm going to give a movie, I'm going to give a quote, there's going to be a blank in it, and the blank is the title of the film that the quote is from. Okay. So, what movie's title completes the following quote? I think it pisses God off when you walk by, insert title of movie, in a field and don't notice it. And I'll read that one more time because this question is unclear and slightly complicated. I think it pisses God off when you walk by movie title in a field and don't notice it. Scott Harvey saying, how dare you steal some kid's spot like that? I didn't. I didn't steal some kid's spot. I qualified and then couldn't make it. Some kids still got to be on Jeopardy just because I didn't show up. Like 5.
Repeat the question.
4. That is Coho's first repeat. What movie's title completes the following quote? I think it pisses God off when you walk by movie title in a field and don't notice it. I think Tony from Future Presentations has got the correct answer right here. Just makes him real mad when you don't notice those killer clowns from Mars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Malcolm.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but I just put Dogma.
And Jake.
I had nothing.
Joseph.
I guessed Pleasantville.
Coho.
I said a scarecrow. I have no idea.
And Anthony.
Nothing. No. Hold on.
The correct answer, which was gotten by Scott Harvey in the chat, is The Color Purple.
Oh,
It was
I think it
Sure.
pisses God off when you walk by the color purple in a field and don't notice it. Your
okay.
penultimate question comes in the category of new releases. And I expect Coho to start writing immediately. I swear I wrote this match before I knew the competitors. What is the very first song performed in the film Rocket Man? Sometimes it just
This movie
ends up being like
slaps.
that, where I write a question and then it happens to play very specifically to one of the players in the match.
This movie's chef's kiss.
It's like how I wrote a match and then I talked with Andrew Barr. Andrew Barr brought up like 4 of the movies in a conversation we had the night before. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jake.
Saturday night.
Joseph.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Coho.
The bitch is back.
Anthony.
Nothing.
And Malcolm.
I'm still standing.
The bitch is back is the correct answer. And your final question in round number 1, and this is going to be interesting. 4 players have 3 points and 1 player has 2 points, so it is all to play for right here on this question.
Everyone get something right, please.
What?
Everyone else needs to get it wrong. Give me a chance.
You're not the one with only 2 points, Anthony.
Yeah, it's me.
Really?
Yeah. Jake has 2 points. Everyone else has 3. And your final question, as always, comes in the category of actors and actresses. Which actress has played a famous lawyer, a famous scientist's wife, and a sorcerer's daughter? Brooklyn talking about Rocket Man, saying that he has never been so happy coming out of a movie theater. I got to see that movie for free on opening night in a theater with recliner seats. It was quite enjoyable. 5, 4,
Repeat the question.
Yeah.
3. Coho using a repeat. He's got 1 left. Which actress has played a famous lawyer, a famous scientist's wife, and a sorcerer's daughter? But no, Rocket Man, so good. I went to a free screening of it for Pride Week, and having a Pride showing of Rocket Man. Whoo boy, that's a fun time. 5, 4.
Cody Newberry was once at a Rocket Man screening where the people
Repeat
said
the
that was
question,
too
please.
flamboyant.
Oh, Joseph also using a repeat on this question. Which actress has played a famous lawyer, a famous scientist's wife, and a sorcerer's daughter?
Yeah, Cody once told me that he went to the screening and two people in front of him in his theater at the end like got up, walked out, and were like, as they were leaving, were like, "That was too flamboyant." And Cody's like, "Do you know who this movie's
Do you not know
about?"
who Elton John is? I have a friend who, after we saw Black Panther, we were walking out, and she said that Black Panther was, quote, too black, too
Yikes!
one pens
Wow.
down. And she was black as well. We are going to go to Joseph.
I don't know. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Coho.
Felicity Jones.
Anthony.
Natalie Portman.
Malcolm.
Felicity Jones.
And Jake.
Let's get nuts. Felicity Jones.
We are getting nuts. It is Felicity Jones. The movies are On the Basis of Sex, where she plays famous lawyer Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The Theory of Everything, where she plays wife to Stephen Hawking. And The Tempest, because I needed a third movie that wasn't the Star Wars
Fair.
movie.
Fair. I was like, I don't know the Sorcerer's one, but I got the other two.
We've also got Tony chiming in that he thinks Black Panther was too panthery.
Tony, go away.
I think that's a great joke, Tony. All right, so we have got a tie between Joseph, who I am only now realizing that on my board where I keep score, I wrote Joseph's name as Josph. There's no E. And then Anthony and Jake all at 3 points. So, going to our tiebreakers. Malcolm, would you like Rotten Tomatoes or The Office of Boxes?
The Office of Boxes.
The Office of Boxes. My oh my. And Caleb Coho, would you like movie number 1 or movie number 2?
Let's go movie number 1.
All right, it's fitting that you picked movie number 1 because movie number 1 is the number 1 movie ever made of all time. Gentlemen, I need you to get as close as you can to the worldwide box office gross of the film Air Bud.
Oh, that's awesome.
Look, look, is this movie good? Is
Yes.
it incredible? Absolutely.
It's just kind of amazing that this movie was ever made.
Yeah. And then they made 12 sequels.
12 sequels to Air Bud.
well, like 4 direct sequels and then all the Buddies movies. 5,
Nobody's is the best movie of the
4,
franchise. Fat me.
3, 2. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you. 1, pens down. And we will go to Jake
100 million.
and Anthony
23 million.
and Joseph.
Okay, so I'm in the middle. 55 million.
55 million. All right. With that, moving on to the next round, the 2 people closest to the correct answer of 27.7 million, we will have Anthony and Joseph. Unfortunately, that means that Jake, your time for answering questions is over today. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to take you off. Take care, brother.
Thanks. Just today was not my day. Oh boy.
Yeah, no. Sometimes it isn't. That's the way Classic works.
It'd be
This
like
might
that
be one of the hardest Classic matches I've ever written. It only goes downhill from here.
Ridiculous.
But
Oh,
farewell. Also, I appreciate Tony. I fully agree with this. I want to see the film of a kid who got cut off the basketball team for a dog. Because like the main kid didn't get a spot on the team at first, which means that 2 kids got cut from that team to make room for this kid and his dog.
It's true.
And that kid's dad probably wasn't happy. Anyways, so with that, we have 2 gentlemen tied for the lead, who are Malcolm and Caleb. And then Joseph and Anthony are tied for second. So Malcolm and Caleb, you guys are each going to get to pick 2 numbers on this lovely wheel. So I'm going to have to add a number to the wheel. There we go. Cool. That was easy. No, stop it. All right. So, Caleb, give me one number between 1 and 7.
4.
4. Okay. Now, Malcolm, give me 2 numbers between 1 and 7.
7 and 1.
And 1. Okay, now Caleb, give me another number.
6.
And then we will go Anthony
5.
and Joseph. Do you want 2 or 3?
Let's go with number 2.
Number 2, which means 3 is our magical secret number.
Always get screwed by this wheel. Always.
And the number coming up on our wheel today is number 3. It's secret category
Yep.
time.
Always get screwed.
So reminder, because the secret category came up on the wheel, each question is only worth 1 point. Gentlemen, we should all, at this point, know what this secret category is if you've watched Classic, because I've been trying to use it continually and eventually just wrote new questions to ensure that it wasn't corrupted. Finally, we're playing movies in which Rachel McAdams dates a time traveler but doesn't do any time traveling herself. Finally. I tried to use it before. Movies in which Rachel McAdams dates a time traveler but doesn't do any time traveling herself.
Okay.
There are 4 of them. Your first question. In The Time Traveler's Wife, what is the profession of Eric Bana's character? And I will say right now, I am not looking for the words time traveler. Brooklyn saying that he was the kid that got cut for a dog. I'm very, very sorry. I'm so sorry, Brooklyn.
R.I.P. Brooklyn.
But also, like, your sacrifice paved the way for the greatest film franchise of all time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will go to Malcolm
Lawyer?
and Joseph
Accountant?
and Anthony
I don't know. Scientist.
and Coho.
Writer.
He is a librarian.
I knew it had something to do with books. So
Your second question. What Academy Award winning actor plays Salvador Dali in Midnight in Paris? I know one Caleb Boatman is a big fan of this movie. And
I knew I
and
should have watched this
he's
the other
very
day.
adamant about the fact that it is only the movie. 5, not the director. 4, 3, 2.
Can you repeat it, please?
Yes, that is Joseph's second repeat. What Academy Award winning actor plays Salvador Dali in Midnight in Paris? Brooklyn saying to be careful with my banter and not talk about a potential answer the whole time, referencing our friends over at Multiplex on Multiplex Miscellaneous, in which there were 3 possible answers, and they talked about 1 the whole time, and it was the correct answer. 5, 4,
sorry, Brooklyn, but I'm on Cody's side with that argument.
2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Anthony
I have no idea.
and Joseph
This is wrong. Oscar Isaac.
and Coho
Adrian Brody.
and Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm well, put Christian Bale.
The answer is Adrian Brody, the youngest person to win the Oscar for Best Actor. In About Time, there are 3 things that Tim must do in order to travel back in time. Name 2 of them.
Oh,
Oh my god.
This is such a cute, charming movie. I just love it so much. It is so nice. Although my friend tried to ruin it by making an argument that the main character is an incel, who goes back in time to then stop being an incel, and that makes me sad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Joseph.
Be in a closet and be in the dark?
I cannot take that, Coho.
Stand in a dark place and think about where he wants to go.
That is correct. Malcolm
I put wait 7 seconds and step into a closet.
and Anthony.
My wife hasn't made me watch these yet, so I got nothing.
Oh, it's so good. So the answers are be in a dark place, such as a closet, clench his fists, and visualize the memory he wants to return to. And finally, in Doctor Strange, what 5-word phrase does Doctor Strange say at the beginning of every incarnation of the time loop where he is in the dark dimension? I was supposed to see this movie in the theater with a friend, but I showed up late and there were 3 showings happening at the same time and didn't know which theater she was in. So then I just waited outside and accidentally went to a country concert. Because it was happening. There was a country concert like happening on the stage in the mall. 5, 4, 3.
You've lived an interesting life.
I live in Alberta. It's country town. 1, pens down, and we will start with Caleb
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
and Malcolm.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
That is incorrect, Anthony.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Or I came to bargain. That's probably wrong.
That is incorrect, and Joseph.
I said Dormammu, I have come to.
That is incorrect. It is specifically Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I did say 5 words in the question, so I cannot take I have.
Right, that's why I wrote 5. I was like, that's a weird answer.
Yeah,
so
it's I've. Unfortunately, I cannot give it to you with that. So with that, at the end of round number 2, Caleb is in the lead with 7 points, followed by Malcolm with 4, and Anthony and Joseph are once again tied at 3 points. So, Caleb, Rotten Tomatoes or box office?
This time, let's go with Rotten Tomatoes.
All right. And Malcolm, movie number 1 or movie number 2?
Let's go movie 2 this time.
All right, gentlemen. I need you to get as close as you can to the Rotten Tomatoes score for the comedy classic Robin Hood Men in Tights.
This movie slaps.
This movie's incredible.
What?
Hey, Blinken. Did you say Abe Lincoln? No, I said, hey, Blinken. Of course, the musical numbers are fantastic. 5, 4, 3,
Just
2,
read this book.
1. Pens down, and we will go to Anthony
28.
and Joseph.
I might have overshot it. 67.
Moving on to round number 3, closest to the correct answer of 40%, Anthony will be moving on to the next round. Joseph, thanks for coming out. You played a great game, but unfortunately, we are going to have to say goodbye to you. Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
And we are down to 3. All right. Round number 3 is going to work like this. 5 questions, 5 different categories. Maybe they overlap. Maybe they don't. You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. We go until either all 5 questions have been asked or every question or one player has mathematically eliminated the others. Caleb, you have 1 repeat. Malcolm, you have 2. Anthony, you still have all 3. Are there any questions before we get going?
Nope.
All right. And then your first question. Name both performers who voiced the title characters in Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my god, come on, Marker.
Romeo and Juliet, of course, the best adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, also the only one that ever happened. It's never been done before. I don't know who Leonardo DiCaprio or Baz Luhrmann are, but they've never done Romeo and Juliet before.
Or the 60s one that won an Oscar.
5, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Malcolm.
I think I'm definitely wrong. I'll put Ewan McGregor and Emily Blunt.
One of those is actually correct. Coho
It's Emily Blunt and James McAvoy.
and Anthony.
Nope.
James McAvoy and Emily Blunt is the correct answer. Your next question, and prepare, this may be the hardest question I have ever written in the history of Full Metal Classic.
This is fun.
What 2014 Iranian film is about a young female vampire who kills a drug-dealing pimp and befriends a young man who the pimp was harassing? Yeah, I wasn't lying when I said this is the hardest question I've ever
No.
written.
Oh, come on. I know you won't.
I'll say it's a very well-known film compared to other foreign films. I remember I asked this in testing, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Repeat. That is Anthony's first repeat. What 2014 Iranian film is about a young female vampire who kills a drug-dealing pimp and befriends a young man who the pimp was harassing? I think this is without question the hardest question that has been asked in the history of Full Metal Classic, and I'm okay with that.
I only know one Iranian film, and I don't think it's this.
I mean, hey, a guess is better than no guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Coho
The Salesman.
and Anthony
No. Yeah,
and Malcolm.
I don't even know if this is Iranian or for the separation.
I think it is. I think a separation is Iranian, but that is not the correct answer. What we were looking for is A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the classic film that we all know. All right.
It's a classic story of.
It's a classic film. Your next question. What classic comedy features a character simply named Hold Me, Touch Me? And Tony saying, I can see Bateman's point now. I don't know what you mean. I don't get it. What are you I don't know what Bateman's point is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Malcolm
We are the producers.
and Caleb.
That is right. Fuck. I said Roman. After he said it, I was like, that's right.
And Anthony.
Didn't have that.
And with that, unfortunately, Anthony has been eliminated. Here's how this is going to go from this point. If Caleb misses both and Malcolm hits both, Malcolm wins. Any other scenario, Caleb wins. Your next question. Denzel Washington has appeared in 2 films in which the titles are the first name of his character followed by a letter. Name both of them.
Jesus Christ.
The panic in Coho's eyes. The panic in his eyes. My goodness. 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Malcolm and Caleb both have only one repeat left. Denzel Washington has appeared in 2 films where the titles are the first name of his character followed by a letter. Name both of them.
Oh.
I remember when we were testing this, everyone was like, there's one easy one and one hard one. And for some reason, we all wrote the hard one first. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Malcolm using his final repeat. Denzel Washington has appeared in 2 films where the titles are the first name of his character followed by a letter. Name both of them. And I will clarify, because someone pointed out in the comments, it is only just the first name and then the letter in the title. There is nothing other than those things. Oh, do you not? Wow. Do you have neither of them?
I think I have one of them. I think it's wrong.
gonna go
It's not
5,
one of them, but I think he's
4,
in one of these. I know he's in both
3,
of these, I think.
2. He's the lead in both of these movies. 1. Pens down. We'll go to Malcolm.
Yeah, I only got one. It's the one I'll be ashamed if I didn't get. It's Malcolm X is definitely one of them.
And Coho.
Henry V and the Magnificent Seven.
I know the other one for one.
And
Coho,
your-
how did you?
and your winner,
I didn't even
despite
think
that
that Malcolm X
shameful
was a
last
number.
question, Caleb, the King, Coho. The movies were Malcolm X and John Q.
Oh,
Hold on, did you say a name followed by a number?
I said a letter.
This-
I thought you said a number, so
I read the question 3 times. And every time I said a letter.
I thought you said number. Oh my god, I would have got that in 5 seconds then. Holy,
You were looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm
yeah,
like, Coho, you know these.
I knew both of them. You said number.
Coho being bad at math extends to just not knowing numbers.
I thought you said number, but I knew Malcolm X and John.
I mean, theoretically, if it's like algebra, then those are both numbers.
That's why when he said Malcolm X was what, I was like, I would guess X could be the Roman numeral for 10, maybe?
Yeah, you said that. I was so confused. Anyways, Caleb, congratulations. You won. How does it feel?
I'm glad I won a hard one. Numbers are not letters. Letters are not numbers. I won on a day where everyone got 2 hours of sleep. So
Yeah,
that's fun.
Scott Harvey even saying, "I can't believe he just won after that answer."
I could beat Scott Harvey in a Warzone match. I guarantee it. Anyway,
And then I like Anthony's just chilling and waiting while the other two struggle to find the answer.
basically. No, I feel good. I got my first win in Classic for the season. How many do I need to get into the finals? Is it 3 now?
I believe it's 4 now.
4 now. Okay, well, got to start working on it then.
Here, double the number of wins required.
All right, well, I'm going to have to start working on it.
Yeah.
But 1 down, 3 to go.
Absolutely. Malcolm, once again, second place. Always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. How does it feel?
I mean, I'm just glad it wasn't something that I overthought like gummy bears. This one was just going through all of Denzel's filmography. I just completely forgot John Q for some reason, but I mean,
Really?
I mean, it's just one of those ones. At least I knew that letters are numbers, not numbers.
Fact.
Letters and numbers, 2 different things, unless you're in algebra, in which case you just start crying. And last but certainly not least, Anthony, you came out, you played a great game. I think this might be, is this your first time playing in Classic?
I think the first one for this, yeah.
Yeah. If on your first time making it to round 3, that's something that you should be super proud of that. There's a lot of people who are not able to do that. Yeah.
Better at guessing numbers than answering questions. But it's okay.
Yeah, there you go. Very true. Those tiebreakers kept you in every time. But all right. With that, we are going to say goodbye. Shout out to our friends over at Future Presentations. Yeah. At the top of the hour, so in about 20 minutes, Joseph Olivas, who you saw playing today, as well as some guy named Jordan Huffman versus Jim Green and Mark Kammeyer. They're going to be playing. Go check them out. They're fun guys. But with that, I have been Cameron Holzman, and on behalf of Caleb Coho, Malcolm, Anthony, Joseph, and Jake, thanks for watching. Everybody have a great Sunday. Insert